Hey everybody, welcome to the Stuff I Never Knew Trivia Game Show podcast. I'm Jeff, I'm your host. We are on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. I've got three great guests joining me, Richard, Cathy, and Dominic. Let's hear that theme music.
That is correct. You are correct. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are right. That is correct.
That is correct. And as you know, on this show, we get right into it. We're going into round one with my guests, Richard, Cathy, and Dominic. And that's the order we're going to play in tonight.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to do a top 10s. And there's a website called The Top 10s. So I went to that website and I pulled three different categories. And I'm going to read you the first category coming up here in a second. We're going to go around the horn, Richard, Cathy, and Dominic. And all I'm going to ask you to do is give me one item on that list. It could be anywhere on the list. If you give me an answer, it's on there. You'll stay alive. If you're wrong, you're eliminated for that round. And for each right one you give me, you'll get a point. And if you're the last one standing, you can continue to guess and get all the rest of the points. So if you're ready, Richard, give me an item on the top 10 best drinks. These could be generic drinks or brand name drinks.
Coke.
Coca-Cola, number 2 on the list. Very nice. To Cathy.
Beer.
Beer is a great answer, but not on the list. Oh, no. Over to Dominic.
Okay, I'll go coffee or Starbucks.
Coffee or Starbucks, number 4 or 5 on the list. 4 or 5. It's on there. Over to Richard.
Water?
Water, the most important, is number 1. Back to Dom. It's going to be a battle between Dominic and Richard for a second here.
Tea.
Tea, number 9 on the list. Back to Richard.
Like energy drinks?
Energy drinks
Red Bull?
are incorrect. No.
Dominic.
So
Take her
Dominic, you have a chance here to run the board. There's 6 remaining. For every one you get, you can get a bonus point.
Okay, I'm ready. Wine.
Wine is not on the list. You're out.
Follow me, Dominic.
Yeah. So we also had chocolate milk, Dr. Pepper, coffee, lemonade, Mountain Dew, orange juice, tea, and milk. Milk made it 2 times on there. This next one's fun, and I guarantee a lot of points will be scored on this one. We started with Richard, so now we're going to start with Cathy. I want you to name the top 10 best decades to live in since 1900. So there's two of them that are going to blow up on you, but let's see how many points we can get on this one.
Okay, 50s.
The 1950s is correct at number 7. And to Dominic,
80s.
the 80s, of course, the number 1 answer on the list. To Richard,
I mean, I'm going to say the 90s because that's when I grew up.
the 90s, number 2 on the list. Back to Cathy,
60s.
the 60s, number 5 on the list. We're getting closer to eliminating that. Dominic,
The 70s.
70s, number 4 on the list. The tension is growing. Richard,
Oh my gosh. What happens if I say an answer that someone else said?
you're
Am I
also
out?
eliminated. You can't repeat, so you got to remember.
Should have been writing these down. The 50s?
1950s already said. Richard is out for this round. Back to Cathy.
40s.
The 1940s just sneaking in there at number 10. You're staying alive, Cathy. To Dominic,
Okay, the 2000s.
2000, number 3 on the list. We have 3 remaining and 2 nuclear options. I guess I don't know what you call it when you blow up the game. Back to Cathy.
I would say the 30s.
1930s are Not on the list. Dominic, 3 remaining. Can you run the board?
Okay, I'm taking notes here. Is that legal? So first I'll go the roaring 20s, the 1920s.
1920s, number 8 on the list.
Okay, then I forget what year we're allowed to stop here, but I'm going to go the 2010s.
2010s, number 6. 1 remaining and 1 wrong answer.
I don't remember where we're allowed to stop. So I'm got to go the 2020s.
It is. The best decade to live since the 1900s is 1900s. All right. We have 1 more of these remaining, and this one should be fun and a little bit tougher than the last one. Okay. We're looking for the top 10 best smells in the world. And this one will start with Dominic.
Flowers.
Flowers are not on the list. Dominic eliminated.
Where'd you get your list? Where'd you get this?
The top10s.com. Over to Richard.
Lavender.
Lavender. Not on the list.
Rigged.
Kathy has a chance to
Rigged.
run all 10.
Oh, home cooking.
Home, could you be more specific?
Bread. Bread cooking.
Bread
Baking
cooking. Bread is not on the list. We're going to give a second chance since nobody got any. Back to Dominic. We're resetting.
Babies.
Babies are definitely. I'm going to give you a double. All right, Dominic's double eliminated. Over to Richard.
I'm going to play off what you said about home cooking. I'm going to say cookies.
Cookies are not on the list.
The world.
Kathy has a chance to run all 10 again, or we're going to reset.
I'm going to say coffee.
Coffee is.
Woo!
Wait.
Yeah.
Coffee is number 4. You can keep going. It's a game now, Kathy. You can keep answering as many as you can get.
I'm going to say roses.
Roses are not on the list. Well, you got the only point in that round. We had fresh air, vanilla, barbecue, coffee, bacon, rain, campfires, gasoline, melted chocolates, and freshly cut grass would have been some of the other choices. That means let's go to that scoreboard. We had Dominic with 9, Kathy with 4 in second place, and Richard with 3. We're going to the hot seat. All right, we're going to round 2. We're going to put Richard into the hot seat. Richard, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's so great to have you here. Where are you calling in from?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Tell us a little bit about what you do in South Carolina.
I am the executive director of an arts and health nonprofit, Hearts Need Art. We hire local musicians, writers, and visual artists, and we go into hospitals and work with the adults and their family members and the healthcare staff.
Oh, very good. What's the name of it, and how can people connect with you?
Sure, it's Hearts Need Art, and it's heartsneedart.org, or all the social media stuff at Hearts Need Art.
heartsneedart.org. We'll put all that in the show notes. But Richard, are you ready for the hot seat?
Oh, excuse me. It sounded like I was nervous there.
You should be.
I think I'm
ready. In this round, each of my guests are going to get completely random question. There's no theme or category tonight. Plus a New Year's Name 5. And a Name 5 is a category that I'll give you, like name 5 spices in your spice cabinet. You have to tell me 5 things that fit in there, but you only have 10 seconds to do that. So, Richard, your first question tonight. What are Shadowfax, Seabiscuit, and Black Beauty?
Horses.
Horses. Correct. Our second question. How many days does it take the Earth to rotate halfway around its axis?
28.
28 days. It's a big. That's just a half a day.
That's a
Half a
trick
day.
question. A trick question.
Well, this show is full of trick questions.
Yes.
So here we go. One more trick one. The Atkins diet famously restricts which type of food?
Is that bread?
Bread or carbs? We'll give it to you. Carbohydrates. Yeah, the hot seat. It's a lot different when you're in the hot seat, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if I like this game anymore.
Oh, Richard, your name 5 bonus. You get 5 points on this one.
Okay.
And these are all New Year's themed related. Name 5 ways to live a healthier lifestyle and go.
Exercise, eat better, meditate, run, and yoga.
At the buzzer, you got all 5. Very well played. Now you know what the hot seat really means.
I'm sweating.
Over to Cathy. Cathy, welcome to the show.
Ooh, my turn.
I hope you're not nervous.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, well, tell us where you're calling in from.
I'm in Ontario, Canada, and yeah.
Very good. Tell us what you do out in Ontario, Canada.
So my working title is Cathy Crawley Laughing Bean Queen. I offer simple solutions for today's challenges: worms for indoor composting, sprouts for eating, grow your own, and laughter for overall health and wellness. That's what I'm focusing on. Laughter yoga.
Laughter yoga. And tell us, if we wanted to connect with you, learn more about laughter yoga, the worms, the composting, how can we get a hold of you and learn some more information?
Yeah, so my website is cathysclub.com. That's my laughter page. And I have a free laughter club every Tuesday. And everybody should come. It's online.
Oh,
30
what
minutes
happens?
of super fun self-care.
What happens at Laughter Club?
We laugh. it's laughter for the health of it. It's not jokes or comedy. It's laughing. Like, not that we're against. We're against jokes. No, we love jokes too. But it's just playing and being silly, and because when we're laughing, we're in charge of our own pharma.
Very nice. We'll put all those links in the show notes. Cathy, are you
Trying to distract you, Jeff.
Are you ready for the hot seat?
Yes, I'm ready.
As ready as you can be, because here we go. 3 random questions for you. Cathy, what is the square root of 81?
9.
9 is rapid fire is correct. Our second clue or question: what does the B stand for in the word scuba?
Breathing.
Breathing is correct. And you could run this 3 for 3. Here we go. What is the French phrase for ordering separate items from a menu and not a set meal at a restaurant?
A la carte.
A la carte is correct. You blasted through the hot seat. Your name 5 bonus question, 10 seconds on the clock. Name 5 ways to be better with money, and go.
Save, put it in the bank, invest it, clip coupons, and look for sales.
At the buzzer, 5 for 5. Cathy, you ran that second round, all 8 points. Very well played. Over to Dominick. Dominick, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thank you. Good to be here.
I'm glad to have you. Tell us where you're calling in from.
Well, I'm calling from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, right north of Connellsville, PA, and I'm on a little show called Bikes and Hikes that airs on Armstrong Neighborhood Channel 2, and sometimes we have visitors come, and our friend Jeff came one time and pushed me off my bike, and I fell on my head. So
there's no footage of that to prove that there was any wrongdoing. I've contacted my attorney, and he says, don't worry about it. No?
I have the scars.
I feel like I should worry. Well, Dominick, tell us a little bit about yourself. Not only do you co-host Bikes and Hikes with producer David Fedor, but what else are you working on outside?
Well, thank you. I run by day. I run a company called Motivation Champs, and I pretty much help people from all over the globe share their story as many ways as they can. But I help people write books. I take them from piece of paper to they're a published author, selling books and standing on stages, and that's what Motivation Champs does. And overall, we just try to share positive content like being on Bikes and Hikes 24/7.
Well, what's the best way to connect with you if we want to become an aspiring author and be standing on stages?
You can look up Motivation Champs anywhere across social media, and we'll probably be there. Message me and say hi. I'd love to chat.
Awesome. So I'm sure David has just rolled the footage of me throwing you off your bike. Are you ready for the hot seat?
Let's do this.
All right, your first totally random question. What happens to Bruce Banner when he gets angry?
Love it. Turns green and gets big.
It turns green and gets big, or becomes the Hulk. That's correct. We'll give you the points for that. And which planet is closest to the sun?
There's some kind of acronym there. Mother something. So I don't know. I'm going to go Mercury.
Mercury for 2 points so far is correct. Correct. And since we're so close to the sun, what vitamin is received from sunlight?
Yeah, I think it's vitamin D.
Vitamin D is correct. 3 for 3. And your name 5 bonus question. Name 5 ways to exercise off unwanted pounds, and go.
Bike, hike, lift weights, run, swim, ski, skydive.
You gave me 27. I only needed 5. You got 5 points there. What kind of exercises can you do skydiving?
Well, sure, you could wave your arms and scream.
You're so afraid you just lose weight.
Yeah. Well, we're going to that scoreboard. It's still a very close game. Dominick with 17, Cathy with 12, and Richard with 10. We're going to the final round, which has 30 points available. And in this round, it's a video round. And I'm going to ask you a series of very, very vague questions. Who am I? What am I? Where am I? And I'm going to start to read a series of clues to you. If you buzz in, because I've asked each of you to bring your own buzzers, on the first clue, that's going to be worth 3 points. The second clue is worth 2 points. And the last clue is worth 1 point. When you buzz in and you're right, you're going to earn those points and we're going to add them to your total. But if you buzz in and you're wrong, you're going to lose that point value and we're going to subtract it from your total. So I've asked each of my guests to bring in their own buzzers. Cathy, let's hear yours first.
It's a frog.
You got a little frog xylophone. And to Richard, he's got the ringside bell. And Dominick,
Okay.
it looks like, I think it's a stapler.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, we're going to start playing the videos. Remember, my pictures may or may not match the clues. It's up to you to buzz in when you're ready. Our first clue tonight, what food am I? I'm looking for a food item. So what food am I looking for? I've been around for thousands of years, evolving over time. Cathy.
Salad.
Salad is
no.
Incorrect. And you'll see on the right side, there's a little timer. And just because you buzz in, you can buzz in multiple times. You're not locked out. Our second clue, I'm often paired with cheese, meats, or vegetables. Cathy.
Crudités.
Crudité is incorrect. And our third clue for 1 point. My base is mostly made of dough, but I'm typically round and baked. Dominick.
I am going to go dinner roll.
Dinner roll is incorrect. You're going to love it when you hear the answer to this one. Richard.
A bagel?
A bagel is incorrect. Round shape paired with meats and cheeses. We're going to the answer. It is a pizza. Pizza is round with veggies. So sometimes they're easier than you think. Don't overthink some of the questions.
Okay.
We're looking for a who. Who am I? Who am I? I was a key figure in a major world conflict in the first half of the 20th century. Our second clue for 2 points. My leadership and speeches were pivotal during dark times. We were happy to buzz in on the first question. The second one, not so much. Our third clue for 1 point. As British Prime Minister, I led my country through World War II. I think it was Cathy just beat out the stapler. Cathy.
I'm going to say Churchill.
Churchill is correct. Woo! Correct. Winston Churchill. Our third question of the night. I'm looking for a natural phenomenon. Phenomenon. That's a Muppet song. Do, 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 do. Phenomenon. I measured by the enhanced Fujita scale. Fujita. Enhanced Fujita scale. Our second clue for 2 points. I can be very destructive, especially in certain regions of the United States. Oh, Cathy.
I'm going to say earthquake.
Earthquake is incorrect. Incorrect. Our last clue for 1 point. My appearance is often funnel-shaped. Cathy.
Tornado.
Tornado is correct. Correct. A good comeback that only cost you 1 point. Now we're looking for an animal. What animal am I? I'm threatened by habitat loss and poaching. Cathy.
Beaver, if it's from the picture.
Beaver is incorrect. Incorrect. Our second clue coming up here. Pictures may or may not. At one point they may, but sometimes they don't. Our second clue for 2 points. Our second clue for 2 points has no words in it. Hold on. Our second clue I'll find it here. I'm known for my intelligence and strong social bonds. My second clue. Richard.
Elephants.
Elephants for 2 points is. Oh, elephants are correct. Correct. Even I'm confused on that one. All right, our fifth question tonight. What am I? I'm looking for a what? What am I? I greatly influenced other musical genres like rock and roll and pop. And Dominick.
Let's do this. Blues.
Blues is incorrect. Our second clue for 2 points. I am often associated with artists like Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington. Cathy.
Jazz.
Jazz is correct. Correct. Very nice, Cathy. Our sixth question of the night. What am I? I'm looking for another what. I went heavy on the what's. What am I? I am a fundamental concept in biology. A fundamental concept in biology. Cathy.
Immunity. Immune system.
Immune system is incorrect. Incorrect. We'll go to that next clue. Anyone going to take a stab again? Nope. Our second clue for 2 points. I explain the diversity of life on Earth. Or the diversity of life on Earth. Cathy?
I'm going to say DNA.
DNA is incorrect. Incorrect. Our third clue.
Don't be afraid, guys. Jump in.
I was proposed by Charles Darwin. Cathy.
Natural selection.
Natural selection or I think the theory of evolution. We're saying yes, that's the same. Well, Charles Darwin, theory of evolution is correct. And question number 7, who am I? Who am I? I am a famous literary and theatrical character. No takers. We'll go for our second clue for 2 points. I am known for my tragic flaw and quest for revenge. Bum, 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 bum. Is it the Terminator? Our third clue. I am the title character of a play by William Shakespeare, and my famous line is, to be or not to be. No, it is Hamlet.
Oh.
You can always buzz in when you see the answer, too.
I was a theater major in college, so that's disappointing.
We're looking for an instrument. What instrument am I? I am an essential member of the string section in an orchestra. How many string instruments are there? Our second clue for 2 points. I am known. Oh, wait. I am played with a bow and have 4 strings.
I'm going to say violin.
Cathy, violin is close but incorrect. Dominic,
Cello?
cello is incorrect. Remember, my pictures may or may not match the answer.
I don't know what one is anyway.
I am smaller than a cello, but larger than a violin. Cathy,
Viola?
viola for 1 point is correct.
Yay!
Correct. All right, 2 questions remaining. I'm looking for an historical and look at this score.
Oh,
Richard
my gosh.
and Dominic are tied at 11.
How'd that
There's
happen?
6 points remaining. Cathy, is still mathematically possible. If Dominic and Richard both miss, you could still walk away victorious. I'm looking
That's
for
my
a
plan.
historical document. It's everybody's favorite. What historical document am I? I am famous for limiting the powers of the King of England and guaranteeing rights to his subjects. Cathy,
Magna Carta.
Magna Carta swinging for the fences is correct. Correct. And our last question of the night, who am I? Who? Sometimes the 10th question we have an owl, and he's the who owl. Who am I? Who? I am a mythical creature often depicted as intelligent and powerful. Our second clue for 2 points. I appear in the folklore of many cultures around the world. And sometimes my pictures match, sometimes they don't. Our third clue. In Western cultures, I am typically portrayed as large, reptilian creature with wings. And I breathe fire. Wait. Oh, Richard.
Oh.
After the buzzer, a dragon was correct, but it doesn't count as the win. All right, we have to go to a special tiebreaker round. It's a very rare event on the Stuff I Never Knew Trivia Game Show podcast. Dominic and Richard are tied. We're going to play a special game of Card Sharks. I'm going to cut the deck in half right now in front of you, and I'm going to pull a card off of the top. Dominic is going to go first, and your card is a King of Hearts. Is the next card higher or lower than the King?
Lower.
Lower is a Jack. Richard, is the next card higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower is correct. It is a game. We are going to continue this until there's one eliminated player, and we'll have our winner. Dominic, is the next card higher or lower?
Higher.
He's saying higher. It is a 7. Richard, higher or lower than a 7?
I'm gonna go lower.
Lower. It is a King. Dominic gets the point and the win tonight. Congratulations to my players. Let's dance our way out of here.